No, and I mean, that's just what it is. Like VitalFlow, a lot of people ask me like, is VitalFlow yours? Yes, it's mine. I created it. I invented it. I designed it. And, you know, I have a partner, John McHughes, that's, you know, a serial entrepreneur, super cool dude. It was actually his original idea. So I expanded on it. I brought it to life. And, you know, it's one of those deals where I didn't really believe in it myself because I knew a lot of previous testosterone products didn't actually, you know, do what they said they were going to do. Nobody was producing blood labs. Nobody was proving it. Nobody was actually showing the results of what they created. You know, you got all these weird products, you know, like fenugreek, Tungat Ali, triglycerides, like all this crap. And it's like, yeah, some of that stuff works, but it only works in certain occasions, and it only works for so long. And so the trick is okay, find something that's going to be more sustainable, find something that's going to be more natural, and find something that's affordable from a maintenance / longevity standpoint and stuff like that. So I went to the drawing board and I created, you know, this formulation, which has some really cool background behind it and how it works and stuff like that. And I didn't even know how much it was going to work in the beginning. You know, I told John, I said, hey, look, man, if we got 10 to 20% increase naturally in testosterone in men that don't take anything at all, you know, it's going to be a super cool product. But then he took it and we did a 30-day trial on him, and it actually produced 44% testosterone increase in 30 days for him. And then not only that, I mean, it made him feel amazing. I mean, he was more energized, he was more focused, he was more confident. Simply just knowing that he was taking a healthy product that he could take for as long as he wanted to, and it was still going to give him the boost that he needed. I mean, that was the whole point. And so, you know, my concept in creating something like that for men is like, okay, well, are we going to be a pincushion for the rest of our life? Or you know, we're going to, you know, take steroids or gear or TRT or HRT or peptides or anything like that? I'm like, you know, if you really think about it, it's like, I'm not the manufacturer of all these little liquid things in these vials. And it's like, you really have to break it down and understand that, like, none of us, and I mean none of us, unless you're physically making it on the underground, like none of us actually know what's in this shit. And so it became like a disturbing thought. The more I thought about it, the more disturbed I got. And I'm like, okay, well, is there life without TRT? And, you know, the answer in the beginning, in my opinion, was no. There was no life without TRT. So I was convinced, you know, a year ago, because I've been on TRT for 8 years, I was convinced a year ago that, you know, TRT was my only way to finish life out as a, you know, testosterone, optimization type version of myself. And I'm like, man, so now I got to keep pinning, and then you get all this bullshit about you need to pin every other day, you need to pin every day, you need to pin once a week, you need to pin twice a week. And I'm like, God damn, nobody even knows the answer anymore. And so now everybody's just recreating all kind of different ideologies about this and that. And at the end of the day, it all turned into a bunch of marketing bullshit just to sell some more products. And I'm like, I'm just tired of all the ruckus, man. I'm just tired of all the bullshit, and I'm just tired of all the lies and the deception and the marketing tactics to just push products. And, you know, got all these sponsorship people, you got all these athletes talking about this and that, and at the end of the day, ain't none of them know shit. Not a single one of them know shit. And so I created a product that is proven. We did 30 days of goddamn VitalFlow. We did a fucking blood test, first 15 and 30 days into it, and it proved it. And so I'm not here to prove it anymore. I'm here to show the world that there's life outside of TRT. We can stimulate our receptors again. Just because they get shut down don't mean they have to stay shut down. I think the body is absolutely resilient. And I don't think people believe in enough in anatomy and the process of getting things fixed. They rely too much on doctor bullshit and prescription bullshit and all these things that still we don't know what's in them. You know, we're relying on doctors / government to give us all this crap to make things work. And it's like, I think in my mind, it's just, hey, let's take matters into our own hands. Let's do our own fucking research. Let's build our own products. You know, let's figure everything out on our own. Like I don't need other people to teach me something, man. Like all the information's out there. I don't care. You only know what you know. You know what I'm saying? You only know what you learn. And I'm in the game of learning everything I possibly can to make my life and other people's life better. And I'm here for longevity and I'm here for the long game. And we're about to show the world, period. This is VitalFlow all the way, baby. And we got more products coming. We're testing on females. We're testing on menopause situations, pre and post. We're testing it on all kind of different things. Fertility, everything. And if I can fix, you know, a handful of people out of another handful of people across the country, you know, I feel like at the end of the day, we're doing more good than harm. So I think the other situations have been the other way. They're probably doing more harm than good long run. So, you know, I'm just here for the long haul, and I hope everybody understands that I didn't just create a product to sell. I created a product not only for me, my family. I created a product for any man or female that wants to, you know, optimize their health and understand what they're actually taking and be very confident in that whole situation. And that way they're more confident in life and their lifestyle and the longevity that we've been blessed to have by God.